Hey lovely humans, Lana here with another video, and this video is inspired by a couple different things that have kind of come together in my brain. Okay, so the other day I had a friend of mine reach out to me. They're going through a rough time, and we were talking about personal development and sort of self-help stuff and just the mindsets that have helped me get through hard times and that keep me hopeful and optimistic. And one of the questions that this friend of mine asked me was essentially, does it get better? Does it ever stop being hard? Does the pain go away? That was the question. And then last night I listened to a snippet of an interview that someone did, I saw this on TikTok, with Gabor Mate, who is a brilliant psychologist. He's also a Holocaust survivor. He's written several books and talks a lot about healing the mind, essentially. And that the interviewee essentially asked that as well, like, will it ever go away? And I think they're talking about their pain. And what Gabor Mate had the person do in response was say, what are you feeling right now? What is it? What is that feeling that you're saying, like asking about if it'll go away? And the interviewer kind of said, well, I think I'm feeling some anxiety. And Gabor was like, okay, well, that's like a term, that's a label, but what is the actual feeling that you're feeling? And the person described, maybe some tightness in my chest. And Gabor said that when they're asking, will it ever go away? Will that pain go away? You're essentially asking your childhood self to go away, because those feelings of like anxiety and fear, it's often kind of like, I guess you can equate it to a child in distress. What do they want? They want attention. What do our feelings want when they're coming up? They want us to notice them. They want recognition. They want validation, so that then we can move through them and then they might go away. But to meet this discomfort with such a rejection of I don't want you, I don't like this, can you go away, is not productive and not helpful. And when a child is in distress, having a temper tantrum where they're telling us that they are feeling some big feelings, if a parent tells them, I don't want to hear about that, like, you don't get to cry, go to your room, and they don't know how to handle those feelings, that child might end up becoming an adult who does not know how to self-soothe or identify even their feelings, or might have a hard time validating their own feelings because they never felt like they had the space to do so. And so it just, these two things, the conversation with my friend and this interview with Gabor Mate kind of melded together today, and I felt like there was a connection there in that a lot of us, and I've felt this many times, right? Like, gosh, just when I feel like life is getting a bit easier, it gets harder. Or gosh, just when I feel like, I'm confident in myself, I've got this, something happens, or my perspective changes, or a negative thought comes into my mind and I start comparing myself, or whatever. There's a backslide of some sort. It's uncomfortable. It's not fun. It's not necessarily a fun process to be constantly working through shit. It's exhausting. But I think that's what we have to sign up for. And if we're wishing for it one day to get easier, for all our problems to go away, for us to be a completely perfect, healed human being, we're going to have to keep on wishing, because that's not going to fucking happen. What we can do is treat ourselves with the gentle, loving care that a parent would. We need to learn how to reparent ourselves. Because if we keep telling ourselves that fear, that anxiety, I don't want you, I don't want to feel you, go away, it builds up. It builds up. It doesn't go away. It builds up and it gets even angrier with you. Hello, I am here. I have feelings. These feelings are here for a reason. They're trying to tell you something. And we need to respect and honor the things that come up as teachers to us. And so I told that friend, I'm like, it doesn't really get easier. If anything, you might get better at handling the challenges, and it might become less uncomfortable to feel the fear, to feel the tension, the anxiety, the whatever feelings, and work through them. That doing that work might get easier, and I think it does. I'm less bothered by if I need to have a cry over something. I don't feel like a failure for letting my emotions get the better of me. It's like, no, I will submit to the process. I know that I just need to work through this, and we will come out on the other end. I think our faith in getting through stuff gets stronger, and that confidence in ourselves in being able to cope gets stronger. But the challenges don't go away. We just learn that, oh, okay, I've been here before. I've been here before in this discomfort, and I got through it. I know how to handle it. It's going to be okay. And yeah, we're just scared little children at the end of the day. It's what I always feel like I come back to. We're just scared little children who want to be seen, want to be heard, want to be validated, want to know that, yeah, you're feeling a lot of big feelings. There's a lot going on right now in this world, in this life, inside of you. It's okay. You can let it out. I'm here. I will sit with you. I will sit with you in this discomfort. And that makes me think of another thing that I saw the other day on Instagram. It was an interview with Simon Sinek and somebody else. I don't know who they were. And they were talking about grief and how a lot of folks approach grieving people wanting to cheer them up and wanting to kind of get them out of that grief. But what's really helpful, more helpful, is being able to be the person that can sit with somebody in their discomfort. And I think I saw a meme about this point as well the other day, where it's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. And I think Pooh was having a poo day, a shitty day. And Piglet was like, yeah, how are you feeling? And he's like, I'm not feeling well. And Piglet just went and sat next to Pooh, and he was like, what are you doing? Don't you have better things to do, essentially? And Piglet was like, well, I may not be able to change how you feel, but I know when I feel bad, like sad or upset, like it's nice to know that there's someone at least, like someone that'll just be there and sit with me through it. They said it much more succinctly, and I'll see if I can find it and pull it up. But yeah, a lot of us try to avoid sitting with the discomfort and that feeling. And I know for myself, I'm a very solution-oriented person. And so it can be very difficult for me to simply listen to a friend or a family member talk about the pain that they're in, and without trying to offer some kind of solution or some kind of silver lining. But what can be even more helpful than that is to just listen, receive, and help that person feel seen, help those emotions feel seen, and validate them. Like, it's okay that you're feeling this way. It's like, let's let it all out. Like, what else is there? What else is going on inside of you? If we can sit with the feelings, and give them the attention that they're demanding of us, I think then they will feel seen, they will feel heard, and then they will move on, they will move through us. And then we can do the processing and the sort of the fixing. But if we don't give it the time of day, it's going to wait. It's going to wait until we have no choice. So, and that's the thing too. Like, might as well deal with something when it's not a huge issue than be forced to deal with something because you're at a breaking point. Yeah. So, that's the scoop. Sit with your feelings. Don't avoid them. And honor the little child in you who just wants some softness, some gentleness, some care. How can you make yourself feel more seen? We all seek that out from other people. That's why we try and join communities, why we put different labels on us as ourselves as well. But we seek, and why we get into relationships, romantic and non. We want to be seen, and the way we are seen is often in connection through relationship with others, but there's a relationship with ourselves where we can help ourselves feel seen. And by seeing ourselves and honoring our flaws and struggles and authentic emotions, I think we can then do that better for others. We can help others feel more seen and be less judgmental towards the things that other people are going through. When we are critical of ourselves, I think we're often critical of others at the same time. So, yeah, whatever's going on inside, it's going to happen on the outside. And yeah, it's all the process. Trust the process. How many times do I say that? All right, folks, that is it for me. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.